Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. Wampity wampity womp 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 wompy 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 womp 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 womp. Bing 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 buckle 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 Pikachu 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 la 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 bong bong wah 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 do 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 duck 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 sauce wah 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 wah. Guys, I think that is how people are starting to feel about each other in this country, right? Am I right? Give Jake money. Guys, that's how I think people are starting to feel about each other in this country. People who don't agree with them, who are not in the same party, they want you to die. And I just do not agree with that. No, but I think there is some animosity against people in this country. It's less of a hate and more it's like I love to hate you. And I can't let go how much I hate you. And it's true, people are like that. People let hatred consume their life. And that's one thing I need to get out there. I am not about hatred, guys. I'm not about it. I'm about bringing people together, and that might involve me saying a couple things that you might not like, but ultimately, I'm only saying it so you can realize how stupid all of this is. The fact that we argue with each other and do all this shit, the fact that there's even a war going on where people are dying in today's society, it just seems stupid and pointless. Are we fucking animals? Are we fucking animals again? I think we are. I think our country has taken a few steps backwards, right? We've just become animals. We've become, well, it's not really like we become animals. It's just we're. It's more like we don't have morals anymore. America has no morals. I think, isn't it crazy? No matter what you think about religion, that America chose to look at one of the most prominent religions in the world to be like, at first model itself after that, and then almost do the opposite. It almost feels like in America, if it's like um, our morals are just anything that's against Catholicism. It really feels like that. Steal from each other, have promiscuous relationships, don't get married. You know what I mean? Be more selfish. It's just crazy. It really is insane how uh, little we really know about this universe. And any information that we do have, we're like, fuck that. We're just going to do the opposite of that because we're smart. That's what's wrong with human beings as a whole. We think we're smarter than everything else. We think we're fucking geniuses, yet we're all fucking idiots. No one's ever. I mean, very few people in this world have actually done anything that's worth fucking note. I mean, there have been a couple, sure, but if you look at the fucking whole world and you look, I mean, how many people have existed? There's 7.8 billion people on Earth right now, something like that. Currently, that's right now. Think about how long the Earth has been going for, and then think about how many notable people that you think has actually helped and changed the world are on a list. It's not that long, and really, you don't need great people. You need one great person. You need everybody to be great, right? But I don't know. I don't know. We have to figure out our morals. Really, I think that's really all we need to do is figure out the morals. Just be like, hey, maybe we shouldn't loot stores. You know what I mean? I don't know. I've talked about this a lot, but gosh, dude, we are just so divided. It's everything. It's young and old people. It's left and right. It's white and black. I always feel bad for the Asians. They always get left out. So I'll discriminate against Asian people more because there's no divide against them. Everyone's like, oh, we love Asian people. That's not really true. But I really feel bad for is people in the Middle East. Jesus, nobody likes him like at all. If you're that brown, people just don't fuck with you, and I don't agree with it. I think it's fucked up. Have I met anyone I really liked? No. From the Middle East? No. Nope. 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 Never met him. Never actually met anyone from the Middle East, to be honest. Is that even a real place in the Middle East? I'm starting to doubt. I have my doubts.
Hi, welcome back to Weekday Follow Up. Let's get into our first story. Friends star Matthew Perry sadly passed away last week from drowning in a hot tub. His co stars stated that they would have been there to help if rain had started to pour. Fears of THC laced Halloween candy have skyrocketed with the legalization of marijuana across the United States. We asked a group of middle schoolers what they thought, and they responded, "Yeah, we've heard. That's why we're going to the neighborhoods that lace their candy with fentanyl." And they give out king size. Glad kids still care about that type of thing. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is being accused of wearing shoe lifts in his boots. The scandal is being dubbed Bootgate, and many Americans say that this is an embarrassment to our country. Ron DeSantis has responded to these allegations, stating that he's just getting prepared for a children's reading drag brunch spectacular. Glad he's changing his mind. A new horror Thanksgiving-themed movie is coming out, meant to bring out a dark side to the family-oriented holiday. When Native Americans were asked what they thought about the movie, they responded, "We've seen worse." And finally, a Florida teen is facing 30 years in prison for beating his teacher for confiscating his Nintendo Switch. In his defense, he was about to get a high score on Rainbow Road. All right, thank you. That's it for me this week. See you next time.
No, but we're divided, but it's not that big a deal. It's not hard to fix. You know what it is? If people were just honest and really said what they really thought and didn't fucking just think like an idiot. You know what I mean? If they actually had their own thoughts and said what they were, the biggest problem is no one will say what they really think or be their true selves. They have to make sure. Wouldn't you rather people do what I'm doing, which is just come out here, say whatever the fuck they want, and then you judge the person based off that? You know what I mean? How about we judge individuals? Let people say what they want, and then you judge them based off it. Don't cancel them. If you take away my right to speak, or anyone, not me, but anybody, you're empowering them, right? You're giving them. That's what happened. Here's the problem with people who think they're victims today: is they actually, most of them don't actually have to fucking deal with anything. The reason um, black people have been able to get where they are in this country isn't because uh, white people are really nice people or uh, are Mulsangs. It's because they fucking fought and they were punished. You know what I mean? It's like whenever Martin Luther King he went to jail. He could have not gone to jail. He could have fought it and run away. But it's because he went to jail that it proved that how unjust it was. If he had fought the police, I mean, sure it would have been just that he did it, but it wouldn't have proven how unjust the system was as much as if he had done what he did and gone to jail. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's wrong with our generation, my generation, is we're not willing to face the consequences to prove how unjust something is. People literally used to die for what they believe in. Now people kill themselves. You know what I mean? There's a difference. And the difference is we're weaker. One, we're a weaker country. We're so much weaker. Not the country, but the people in it. We're weak. We have so much luxury and uh, personalization that we're disconnected and assholes. We're all disconnected assholes. And you can't shit with a disconnected asshole. And when you can't shit, you get full of filth and gunk and just stuff that's gonna make you worse and kill you. And we took away the asshole of America, and now we're just filling up with shit. The asshole is the people who were really saying their minds and you know facing the consequences. That's the asshole, right? Now we plugged it up. You can't fucking say what you want anymore. I mean, you can, but if you do, you know, uh, it's not an asshole. I don't even know. It's a fucking colonic bag that just keeps filling up. No one's changing it. We're just shoving on all the shit and canceling it. We're not letting it get out. We're just hiding the shit. Um, and that's not healthy. We need to get rid of this shit, and the only way you get rid of shit is by letting it out and letting it come right out of your body. Because ultimately, that shit can be used to fertilize the plants that help grow and make food to make this country better. And what I'm really saying is when you let people actually express themselves and be able to say whatever they truly believe, good things can come of it, even though at the beginning it just seems like shit. right? I think that was a really great point. I don't know how I got there, and I don't know if people are going to be able to connect to how I got there, but I liked it. Moving on, I had an interesting thought this week. It was about water sports, and I just thought, wow, white people were really, really smart to kind of start migrating to the water in terms of athletic ability because, let's be honest, black people were overrunning the market. We used to be in everything, the whites, we were playing everything and we were the only ones playing. But now the black people came in, which definitely decimated. It was like when black people came to basketball, it was like when white people came to America. It just, they decimated all the natives. They wiped them out. Um, but then they made it better. You know what I mean? They improved. They improved what we had. So I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. I'm just saying it's similar. There, I see connections there. But white people were like, well, let's just do the one thing they can't do. Let's go in the water. Let's just get someplace that they probably can't even attain. I don't know. I think it was pretty smart. And they made it convoluted. It's like you have to stand on a board in the water. It's like, holy shit. So we're not even swimming anymore, which white people were already scared of. We're trying to stand on water. No, we're not doing that. We're going to take this ball. We're going to play ball sports. You guys can play water sports. We'll take the ball. And that was really smart, I think, of white people just to, see that they weren't really going to be able to, change anything. They could resegregate the game, but no one would be watching anymore. They saw how good it could be. So who wants to watch white people do that? But they're like, let's go put on skis, stick one leg in the air, and fucking ride around on a boat. That's white people shit, and that's great. That is great shit. Talking about this, I wonder how many people have died doing water sports. Because that's the other thing. Black people, most of them aren't in the greatest situations. They're already fearing death at young ages. White people, we want to die. We choose to. We do things that are going to kill us. We do the dumbest, whitest, most death-like things ever. We're like pandas. You know pandas, like how they want to have sex with each other. Check on white people. We're cutting off our own dicks, so we're leading that. The other thing I want to say is when black people were trans, you didn't even know. Black people would just be trans and accept it, and you know what I mean. But when white people became trans, it was like, you have to love me for being trans. That's why black people are better than white people, because we are fucking bitches. We want notoriety. Black people, they're mysterious. They're like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, bro. I want to fucking cut my dick off, and I'm not telling nobody. Because if they did tell somebody, they probably would die. They would actually get killed if people knew they were trans. In certain areas, for sure, but here, if you're trans, we give you a fucking medal and fucking a bucket full of candy and popcorn and say, have fun. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying one is bad. Well, I would say not killing others is probably better than the other, but what I am saying is, black people are more resilient than white people. They can fucking take the hit and keep going. Prove it through history. Watch football. They fucking get hit all the time. I mean, fucking, they used to get hit in the back with whips. You kidding me? Yeah, they can fucking take a fucking couple beatings, dude. These people are fucking ballers. These people, what we don't understand is if black people really wanted to, they could have killed us all by now. They're the real ones who are in charge and allowing us to be alive, black people, because all the fucked up shit we did, not only did it, cause resentment and hate to build up, but I'm sure it also built up some fucking, getting whipped in the back and working in the field today. You get fucking muscles, and it's a generational thing, and then eventually it's like, I think we realize as white people, like, holy shit, these guys are getting fucking built. We gotta figure out something before they all kill us. Yeah, it just shows how scared white people must have been in the beginning of black people too, because they're like, you can't read. Because like if they had started reading, we would have been fucked. Black people were just so much superior than us that if they actually had the knowledge we had, it's no bueno. I also heard that white people were created by black mad scientists, which could be true. I don't know how that would work, but interesting. Interesting stuff. But no, you know what? At the end of the day, is we're just individuals. We're unique, and the whole water sports thing shows. It's like whatever white people do, black people will immediately come in and make it better, but then white people will come and make a new thing, right? Um, so it's like perfect teamwork. We're a great team when we really think about it. Um, but we just gotta people don't we just gotta see that the teamwork that has been showing. I mean, honestly, racism is like the least problem in America at this point. No one's fucking racist anymore. If they are, I mean, because here's the thing: would you say I'm racist? I don't think I am. I'm definitely not racist, actually, at all. 0% racist. And because everyone's like, I'm not racist. I know black, but like, I don't even have to give examples. I just know I'm not racist. I know I'm not. Because if I have made a remark that someone came off as racist, I felt remorse. I've apologized, and I will. I don't anything I said that could offend. I won't stand by it if I really think it was offensive and someone was hurt by it. My whole thing is I want to say shit that makes you think and is more fun, and it really isn't meant to hurt anybody. It's just meant to like, oh wow, that's a interesting. It's a fucked up thought maybe, but it's interesting and it's not hurting me. It's more of an interesting fucked up thought, right? It's fucked up, but maybe it'll get you thinking, right? And that's all I want. I'm not. The last thing I want to do is create more divide in this country. It's fucking retarded. We need to stop fighting each other. We got to start loving each other. And the only way we can love each other, it's like your sibling, right? You probably don't love your sibling more than anybody else, but who also gives you the most shit and makes fun of you the most, and torments you the most is your sibling. So that's kind of how we are in this country with white and black. We're like siblings. It's like, and when people like the older brother who like wanted to pick on them and like, you know, I'll give you an example. I used to shove my brother in a closet and tie it up. And at first, he thought it was funny. He was like, it's a game. And then, he couldn't get out and he was actually trapped. And he would freak out and have really bad anxiety attacks. And I feel like that's kind of the relationship white people with black people. We did that to black people. And now, my brother could kill me if he wanted to. He's way bigger than me now. He's a scary guy and, lovable, great guy. But scary nonetheless, and bigger nonetheless, and can kill me nonetheless. So now it's like I have to I can't do the same shit I was doing. I can give him a little bit of that, but I can't be doing the same shit because he's gonna kill me. And he hasn't killed me because a couple things, right? I instilled fear very early on that even if he thought he could kill me, the fear's still there. And this is fucked up, but that's probably what black people feel about white people. Like they probably think they should take us over, but there's some probably fear there that's like, there's so many white people in this system we can't. Like let's just put our heads down. It is fucked up. I'm saying this is fucked up. By the way, I'm not. I think it's fucked up, and I'm not even saying it's true. I'm just saying this is a thought I'm literally currently thinking of. By the way, 99% of the shit I say right now, it's all made up in my mind as I'm talking, which I think is impressive. Some of the shit I've said is kind of interesting through these videos. But no, I kind of lost where I was going. But I think I made the whole point. I think I made it clear what I was trying to think, which is just black people, you could easily rise up and take us down. I'm not condoning it because it could be bad in the beginning, but eventually, over time, you would win. Well, now we have fucked up weapons. Honestly, do you think the United States government would nuke its own people if they tried to rise up and take down the government? I don't know. I'd hope not, but you can't really tell with these fucking people. These people have no morals. They're fucked up. They're fucked up. Um, I'm taking a few steps back. I was watching this clip, and I've heard this a couple of times about when Christopher Columbus came to America and was talking to the natives. He needed food. They didn't have all the. They only had a certain amount of food for themselves. They really couldn't give up their food, even if they wanted to. But Christopher Columbus knew that night was going to be a certain moon phase. And he told them what it was going to be, and they saw it, and they were like, "Oh my God, this guy's a god!" Because he said it's like the moon will turn red because the gods are angry at you, right? And when it turned red, they're like they gave them all their food, and I'm sure a lot of them died because it was like they only rationed enough. Like they were very, uh, only make what you need, right? That people. Anyway, so he did that, and I was thinking, one, what a fucked up guy. Two, everyone in the comments like, what a genius. But three, my thought would be, how like if you're across the world on another place, wouldn't the moon phase be slightly different? I actually don't know. I have no clue. But I thought the moon phases were different a little bit, but I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. Um, but I think that's fucked up. And the other thing was I mean, the coincidences are crazy, but I think I've said this before that if you're walking around and killing all these people with your diseases that aren't killing you, I mean, that's shit that happened in the Bible. One that God did for His people. Like, uh, I don't know. It's just weird. The whole idea of the Earth is weird, and how we're even fucking here. And if you try to, anytime you try to add God, it just gets more complicated. I mean, just because of intent is the weird thing, right? Intent. And if it was all an accident, that's even scarier. There's nothing you could, there's nothing you could tell me about this world that would, for me, be definite. Like I'd be like, oh yeah, that's like the definite answer, and that makes sense. There's nothing I've thought about it plenty of times, and there's literally no answer that is definite. Like even if you would say God is doing this because He loves us and He's such a great guy, but what would His purpose for doing all this be? Uh, and I think the Bible, there's more than meets the eye with that whole fucking book. There's books taken out of the Bible. There's mention of multiple gods by God uh, in the early chapters and stuff. There's just so much we don't know. It's crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy. It's fucked. All right, I'm getting hungry. I don't know how long this has been though. I feel like it hasn't been that long, but I gotta fucking eat. Maybe that'll be the video, like me eating or something. I don't know. I have so many videos fucking ahead of this one. Gosh, you guys don't know. This is fun to do, but it's also like it is a lot of work. You have to fucking edit these videos together and do all this shit. So if you do ever find one of these clips, anything I've made, please, please, please like, subscribe, do all that. I need this. I'm putting so much effort into this. I mean, I know it's not great now, but the more traction I get, it's inspiration. Two, it shows that okay, I have something that now it's less of a dream, more of a reality. So I need more things like that to happen. Obviously be saying it, but as long as I'm putting that out there to the world, right? So maybe it'll help. But thank you so much for watching. This was really short, I think, but there'll be a clip too. It'll be longer. Thank you. Bye. 22 minutes. Give Jake money.